Hello everyone, welcome to another Sunday with Saul, and today has been a very special day, International Being You Day. It was amazing. If you didn't see it, please do yourself a favour, beingyouday.com, go and check it out. There will be a replay available, but it was a phenomenal day, and if you don't know what it's about, just go and find out, because I think there's like 7 hours of videos on there, but you can just watch a little bit or a lot, as much as you like. And it was truly a gift. You'll probably need some tissues. I was crying a lot myself. I woke up watching it this morning or was crying almost immediately, and then many other times throughout the day, laughing a lot as well. And one thing that really struck me was I was so blown away by some of the stories of people that I actually would say that I thought I knew quite well, but some of the stories that people were sharing about themselves, about their lives, about the work that they do, some of the experiences that they've had, it was amazing. A real depth and breadth of awareness in so many different areas, and really a pleasure to actually see so many of these people opening up and being them in a way that I'd never seen before. So it was very cool. One of the exercises that Dane actually suggested in one of the videos was to, look back to when you were a child, and it's like, what if you wrote down one of the things that you would actually say to you as that child, if you could go back in the future and talk to yourself. So I thought that was really cool, and I was looking at it for myself personally, and I think one of the things that I would have said is you're different, and that's okay. Just be the difference of you and enjoy it. And I've actually been watching a series called The Good Doctor at the moment, and it's about an autistic guy who becomes a doctor, and he actually is a surgeon in training. So he's very different. He looks at the world from a very different point of view. But the people that he starts to work with start to realize that, he's with patients, socially very, awkward, very blunt, doesn't have a lot of, can't pick up on these social cues very easily. But it also gives him this gift in that he's able to kind of, see things that other people wouldn't be able to see so clearly, because he's not functioning from the emotions of a situation. He's looking at it very black and white, and he can sort of pick up on these specific tiny details that other people are missing. And to me, it's watching this, it just really reminded me as well of that. One of the things that I do is called Access X-Men. It's a specialty, and it's working with people that have been undiagnosed or diagnosed with ADD, ADHD, OCD, and autism. But it's not looking at it from a disability. It's looking at it as an ability. And one of the things that I thought was so cool from watching this show was it gave me that reminder that it's not about generalizing, although there are some generalizations with autism, for example. It's the individual and the ability and the capacity that they have that maybe no one else has. And this really comes out in this show, The Good Doctor, because you start to see the world from his point of view, and you start to see what he notices that other people don't notice. And then you also see the other side. You also see the areas where his life is difficult, or how he has to learn to take on different responsibilities and deal with different situations, and how that works as well. So I rambling on a little bit, but I called today Being Saul because for me as well, I think one of the things that I really got from being you was that no one's the same. Everyone's so different. Everyone has a very different story, and the gift of us all is not in being the same as anyone else. It's in being the difference that we actually are. And the whole Being You Day for me was really this separation of celebration of the wild, weird, wacky, wonderful people that we are. And, you know, what if you could give yourself a moment to celebrate you, celebrate the difference of you? What if you didn't have to make yourself wrong for that anymore? What if you didn't have to judge yourself for that anymore? It's like, what if you could just, you know, enjoy you, celebrate you? Because you're a gift to the world, whether you like it or not, you are. So, yeah, Being You Day, check it out. Truly, truly amazing, phenomenal gift, and it's going to happen every year, so look out for it again next year. But you can find the replay if you're watching and you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about. beingyouday.com, check it out. And I wanted to also share a little story from, one of the things that brought me to Access was I'd always been aware of being slightly different, being aware of energy, but not having any idea how to deal with it and what to do with it and how could I actually use it to create my life. And the first class I did was with Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, and Dane here, the co-creator. And in that class, I remember standing at the back of the room with a question, and I didn't say anything. I didn't let any words come out of my mouth. I didn't put my hand up. I was standing at the back of the room, and Gary pointed to me and he said, you have a question. And that was really the first time I'd ever really been acknowledged like that for the energetic communication that I always knew was available. And for me, that was a real beginning in starting to discover what else was actually possible with using my awareness of energy, using the different way that I communicate. And it's funny today because I was talking to a lady and she'd been on something called a vision quest, which I don't have all the information on what that actually is, but it sounded like a lot of sort of meditation and being in nature. And, you know, one of the things she said was, this might sound a little bit weird, but towards the end of it, it's like the animals were talking to me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know about that. I also talk to the animals, and the animals also talk to me. And it doesn't show up necessarily like words coming out of the animals' mouths. But for example, in our house here, we have a resident tawny frogmouth, and every morning when I wake up, I go out and I check if it's there, because it has a few different positions it likes to sit in, and it's such a gift and it contributes so much. And I like waking up and saying hello, and it's like all proud, sitting up there in the sun, puffing its feathers out. It's very cute. And yeah, it's a real acknowledgement of the different communication that we all actually have available. And these are some of the things that, you know, people just haven't really spoken to us about. Or, you know, some people might think it's weird, so you try and hide it. But what if you didn't have to hide the difference of you? What if you could celebrate it and use it and create and have way too much fun? I've been talking too much. Being You Day, beingyouday.com, check it out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back next week, Sundays with Sul. See you soon. Bye. Whoops.